Hey guys, how you guys doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to be making salt dough. Now salt dough is perfect for making figurines. It dries really well. So once you make them and let them dry, they're perfect to paint afterwards. So you can make any kind of sculptures you'd like. So we're going to start off by adding 1 cup of flour. So I'm just using this flour. It's called all-purpose flour because you can use it for anything you'd like. And I'm going to put that in my bowl. Make sure all of it's in. Then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of salt, which I already have measured in this bowl. I'm going to add that right in there. And then I'm going to make a well in the middle of my flour, which means I'm going to make a hole in the middle of my flour, and that's where I'm going to pour my water in because it makes it much easier to mix together. So you make a little hole. I don't know if you can see that. My hole gets filled up. Make a little hole in the middle of your flour and salt, and then take a 1/2 cup of water, and you're going to pour a little bit in, about half of it in, and you're gonna mix it all up together. Give it a good mix. Try not to get it everywhere. And if you see that your mixture still has a lot of powder in it, like mine does, see how powdery that is? Then you're gonna add more water in. So I'm going to add some more water. Not all of it. Go slowly so you don't make yours too watery. And keep mixing until it looks like a dough. You want it to kind of look like Play-Doh. Mix, mix, mix. And if you feel comfortable, you can also use your hands for this. It's much more fun. So I'm mixing mine all together. I feel like I still need some more water, so I'm going to pour the rest of my water in. Right in there. Keep mixing. Now most of my flour is all in that ball. It's looking pretty good. So I'm going to start using my hands. If you feel like it's too watery and too liquidy, you can always add some more flour into it. I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to add some flour in. I'm going to take a big scoop, but I'm only going to use a little bit at a time until I feel like it is the perfect texture, which means there's none on your hands, but it's not too hard that you can't move it around a lot. But you don't want any to be stuck on your hands like that. So I added a lot more flour. I'm mixing. See how it's still stuck to my hand? So I might need even more flour. I'm going to add a little bit more in. Who else enjoys the feeling of Play-Doh or dough on their hands? So mine's getting close. You see how I have it in my hands? It's not leaving any more dough on my hands. Still have some on from before. Give it a little more. Smush, smush, smush. And you're going to knead it. So you can keep it in your bowl, you can put it on your counter. I'm gonna put mine on my counter. And keep kneading it. Mine looks like this so far. I'm adding a little more flour on top of it because it's getting a little stickier the more I play with it. When you feel like your dough is ready, what you're gonna do is you're gonna flatten it out. Fold it over, squish it all together, make sure that it's perfect. See, look. That looks like a ball of Play-Doh, but it's a little grittier. So you can choose, if you'd like, with the Play-Doh, you could make little sculptures. Like I can make a ball, maybe make it into a little face, or an animal if you'd like. Or if you have cookie cutters at home, you can use a rolling pin or your hands to make it flat. I'm going to just use my hands. I'll show you. And you can use your cookie cutters. See how flat it is? To cut out shapes. And then what you're going to do is when you cut your pieces out, your shapes out, you can put them on some parchment paper and leave it overnight to dry. And then when you get up in the morning, flip it over and let it dry a little bit more. And when you feel like it is completely dried through, you can use any kinds of paints or markers work too to create your final masterpiece. Or you can just play with it if you want. It's up to you. So I hope you enjoyed making salt dough with me today. And show me your creations by adding pictures on our Twitter. Or if you want to email them to the center, we'd love to see all your awesome creations. So I hope you enjoy. Take care and stay safe.